Hello, and welcome to the podcast. Oh, you're muted. Oh,
Oh, there we go. There we go. Unmuted now. I am glad to be on the podcast. It is good to be here. It is super dark, and I'm sad about it.
I
I miss the sun.
don't know what you mean. Sun's just out there in full force.
I know.
Today's actually kind of cool. It's nice. Yeah,
Yeah, we take those.
it was like 32 degrees yesterday. 33, maybe 34. Got up to, which is 91.
Yeah, there you go. We're creeping up.
Uh-huh,
Creeping up in the temperatures for your summer. It's
Yep.
coming. It's coming fast.
It's coming. A very kind member of my family left a portable air conditioning unit here for me while I was away. Like they didn't have need of it, so I'm like, okay, I'll take that, and I put it in my bedroom, and I was able to sleep even though it was hot.
Glorious. Amazing what technology humans have come up with, isn't it?
Yeah, I forgot that the way these things work is they basically produce water, and it overflowed with water.
Wait, what?
So
It produces water. What are you talking about?
So the way an air conditioner works is it basically increases the amount of water in the air, which makes it feel cooler. Ta-da! That's it.
That's a swamp cooler. That's what we call a swamp cooler. That is not an air conditioner.
Same difference. Anyway, this thing was pouring
Okay.
water all over my bedroom floor when I woke up.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. But I mean, at least you slept. We'll take that. We
Yep.
take those.
I slept.
Yeah. Yeah. So my parents had a swamp cooler in the house when I was growing up, and it's not as good as an air conditioner, but I'll take it, I guess. Yeah. So
Evaporated
just,
coolers. That's
yeah, there you go. Yep. Evaporative coolers. I don't know they're called swamp coolers
because they
here.
make things swampy.
I guess that's it. Just makes everything kind of humid and yeah, suppose that's it. And if you're not careful, it actually makes things wet and there's standing water and maybe an alligator will show up. You never know.
Maybe. Yeah.
Very
So,
much how swamps work, indeed. Yeah.
I mean, it was years ago, but I think it was town in Brisbane, Northern Territory, that flooded, and people were like, "Oh, look, sharks swam inland. Great."
Wow. I mean, kind of par for the course for your country, right? Like,
Kind of, kind of.
yeah, predatory animals are now where people are. Incredible. We're not used to that at all.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo.
Can I
But
complain
yeah,
about this cooling thing for a minute more?
you may.
Because it has two drainage valves, one plugged that's lower and one that's higher that's not. So it was pouring out of the higher one. Except I was looking at the manual and there's no like, oh, here's a tube that you can like put in the lower one to drain it out a window or whatever that it's supposed to hook up to, right?
Okay.
So there's nothing to do that. So they fully expect you to just, oh, when it's full, the light on the top of the machine will turn on and you should turn it off and pick the entire thing up and tip out the water.
Mm-hmm.
There are no, like, timer controls for putting it on
Right.
when you go to sleep. There's nothing.
Yeah, it's like if you're not in the room or you're not conscious, then you can't do that.
Sucks to be you.
Sure does. Sorry, man. You should only use this when you're awake and in the room, I guess.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah. I
So,
guess if you use it enough, you could time how long it takes before it needs to be emptied, right?
true. I'm not going to
But
do that.
okay, fair enough.
I maybe I will move it into this room somehow. It'll be tricky, but might figure out, and then I will get a proper air conditioning unit for that room. Yeah,
Yes, that sounds so much better. I like this plan.
one that will not give
Flood your
me,
room.
yeah, and all the smell. Oh,
Yeah, just gross.
yep.
Yeah, you can maybe you could get like a kiddie pool and put it in the kiddie pool, and then
Just let
if
it
it overflows, it's in the pool.
Right. It's also plugged into a power point and running on
Yeah,
electricity. Let's not have it sit in a
yeah.
pool.
You got standing water. We're already taking that risk. I mean, it's fine. Nothing bad will happen.
I mean,
Nothing bad can happen with water and electricity. Come on.
it's on feet, right? So
Hmm.
you know,
See? Perfect.
no.
Okay, deal.
I mean, I was looking. We have pieces of hose in the garage, so I was like trying to see if anything would fit onto it. And I've
Yeah.
got a bucket in my room at the moment, just in case. But the hoses wouldn't fit. There's lots of DIY solutions that we're going for. Um, but
Better solution is just buy an actual air conditioning unit that doesn't involve pooling water.
yeah, probably
Yeah. Yeah. Good
one
call.
one with sleep functionality, and so I
Yeah.
can turn it off in
Timer of
before.
some kind.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It would be neat.
Or even better, something that tracks the temperature inside your house and turns off when it hits a certain temperature point.
Yeah,
Incredible technology. Yeah.
that would be. I don't know if we get that here. That sounds like some sci-fi futuristic tech.
I You don't have, are you serious? Like you don't have like full on HVAC systems in Australia?
No, God no. HVAC
Wow.
is not a term that's used here. I only know that
Oh,
term because of this podcast.
right. That that's fair.
Uh,
No, but just like okay, the concept. Oh, wow, fair enough.
like a Google Nest? No. A thermostat on the
Yeah,
wall to like set the temperature of the house? Not really. Like, we have some places have central heating and cooling, but it's usually
yeah.
like a fancy person house thing.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Not a lot of the houses that were like built in the '60s have them.
Sure, 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 sure. That's
Yeah,
fair.
and I think technically we've built less houses since the '60s than we did in the '60s. So
Right. For dumb reasons, but yes.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Well, adventures in portable air conditioning units in your future, perhaps.
yes.
Yes, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good. Yeah. So I was talking to who was I talking to the other day?
Your son.
Yeah, right. I went out to lunch with some ex-coworkers, and I think they were like, "When's Stranger Things coming back?" And I was like, "Ho ho."
Soon.
So it's like 3 episodes on Thanksgiving weekend, and then like 3 episodes on Christmas, and then like the finale on New Year's Eve. It's
Okay.
a weird release schedule, but I guess it makes sense.
Uh,
But
so
yeah,
season 5 is what you're talking about is coming out. I was just reminded the other day that season 1 came out in 2016.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah. So I was like, I wonder if my daughter would like Stranger Things.
Hmm?
And so tonight I was like, "Do you want to watch episode 1 of Stranger Things with me?" And she's like, "Sure." So we watched episode 1 of Stranger Things. And my takeaway, number one, before we started, I was like, "Okay, look, I need you to understand. A large reason a lot of adults like this show is because of nostalgia, because they were kids in the 80s, and they're
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, look at the brown wood paneling. Look at those bikes. Oh my gosh, look at the corded phones, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, "You're not going to get any of that. So you will not have any of that level of entertainment from the show." And he's like, "Okay, I get that." I'm like, "Good. Just got to get this out of the way."
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Because I'm like, I don't know how much of the fact that I like the show has to do with like the nostalgia side of it, just being a kid in the 80s, right? So,
Right. I mean,
yeah. So we're watching. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I remember being in high school, people who were like, man, I really like a '60s aesthetic for TV shows and Art Deco and all of that crap.
Hmm.
So it is entirely plausible that people of today's generation could enjoy the '90s as a
Yeah.
stylistic choice,
Yes, totally. Not as nostalgia, but just as appreciating
or the
the.
'80s, excuse me.
Correct. It is the
Yeah,
80s.
yeah,
It's very different.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Hugely.
Yeah. So we watched episode 1 tonight, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're all babies. Like freaking 11's like 8 years old, and like Will's tiny, and I'm like, wow, they are giants in season 4. Like I forgot how small they were when this thing all started. It was like kind of shocking how tiny they all are.
Mm-hmm.
Very cute though. Yeah. Anyway, I think it holds up. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. Yeah, I kind of one of the things I like about season 1 especially is that it's not this like idyllic version of the 80s. It's not like and everybody got along and nothing was ever bad and before the internet showed up and ruined everything. It's like
Uh-huh.
no. like people had shitty lives sometimes, and like people didn't get along, and there's all sorts of bad stuff happening, and you can't idealize the past. And I'm glad the show doesn't do that, because anything you make in 2016 that's set in the 80s or in the 90s or in the 70s or 60s, you can do that. You can idealize it if you want. You have complete control over what story you're telling, but I'm glad they didn't. I appreciate that about the show.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Reasonable take.
Thank you. I thought it was.
Anywho, did your daughter enjoy it?
Yeah. Yeah, she watches like TV like I do, where she's asking questions the whole time and like trying to figure it out beforehand. She just has that kind of brain.
Okay.
So she was like, she's really stuck on like, is Will dead? And I'm like, I am not telling you if Will is dead or not. And she's like, you remembered his name. That means he's not dead in the show. And I'm like, that is not a hard and fast rule. She's like trying to game it so hard.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was funny. Anyway, so I don't know. She liked it, but I don't know if she wants to watch any more of it. We'll see. We will see tomorrow.
Fair enough. I started watching a show called The Cleaner.
Okay.
It's a UK comedy. So it's starring Greg Davies, also known as the Taskmaster from Taskmaster UK.
I know who Greg Davies is.
For,
perhaps the audience does not.
Perhaps
though.
the
Good
audience.
Good call.
I'm just giving context.
Thank you.
You should have said Millie Bobby Brown as 11, also known as Millie Bobby Brown from that terrible Netflix movie about slaying a dragon or something.
I forgot about that. I don't even know what it's called. She's from the terrible Godzilla movie. We could have done that. That would have been easier.
Yeah. I think the other movie's worse, though. Probably. Anyway, so Greg Davies is a crime scene cleaner. So he gets sent in to clean up all the biohazard waste from a murder scene or a suicide or something or a hit and run.
Kind of a grody job, I imagine.
Yeah. And then it's a comedy. So he's like... I've watched 3 episodes now, I think. And each one, he goes to like a different person's home to do a job. And ends up basically in kind of like a bottle episode with like whoever else lives there or like their neighbor or whoever had a direct relation to the victim. And then like makes jokes.
How old is this show?
Oh, like 2 or 3 years. Well, not terribly old.
Okay,
Yeah.
so new. Yeah. Got it. I'm just trying to imagine young Greg Davies or old Greg Davies, and it's definitely old Greg Davies then.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. It like some of it's funny, some of it's great. He's like the first episode, he's in a stabbing victim's home. Like a wife stabbed her husband 38 times, and he's like, "Why? Just to piss me off?" Because he's like looking at the copious amount of mess.
You probably killed him with the first one, lady. Why'd you keep going?
Pretty much, yeah. And then one of the neighbors comes in to like give him a pie or something for like cleaning, and he gets surprised because he's like cleaning with headphones on, and Spin kicks this pie and breaks it, and he ends up having to sit down and have a chat with her, and she's like, "Yeah, I knew the wife would. It was something off with her. She didn't bake. Like that's so weird." And he goes, "Well," and he's like trying to like move the conversation along to get back to work. And she goes, "I'm waiting for my apology letter." And it's like, "You want me to write you a letter?" She's like, "Yes, please," and pulls out pen and paper. And he just writes, "Sorry," and gives it to
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then he goes back to cleaning. Another woman walks in, and he goes, "Oh, thank God you didn't have a pie with you." And she goes, "Oh, I don't have a pie. No, I don't bake." And he goes, "Oh, you." And he's realizing he's standing in the kitchen. She's got all these knives next to her. And he's like, "Oh, you're the lady with murder for the knife step." First episode. Woo. It's great. I recommend giving it a spin.
Very awkward. Good grief.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, like, in England, while they're cleaning a crime scene, people can just wander in and be like, "Hey, how's it going?" Like, what? They don't have the house locked down? That's insane.
It's I don't know exactly how it works, as the show is a work of fiction, but it's
But
very
for
much
comedic effect, people just
Maybe.
walk in.
It's depicted as like all of the investigative stuff is done. Everyone's
Yeah.
cleaned up. There's only like a bare perimeter, and then it might be
Uh-huh.
the way that the houses work there, where a lot of them are
Okay.
like connected to each other, where you share a roof with your neighbor and you have a wall. Can't remember what those are called. And so the police can't, like, that's why the neighbor can walk over, because her front door is by definition within the police perimeter.
Fair. Just
Yeah.
kind of on top of each other there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it turns out
Okay.
the murdery widow, Helena Bottom Carter. I can't remember. Yeah.
It's holy casting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
She had been hiding in the woods for 2 days, eating nothing but corned beef. Yeah. So
Because she's on the run?
Yeah, 'cause she's on the run. So she sneaks in to
Yeah.
like get some things, and finds him and takes him hostage. Yeah.
Oh. Wow. That escalated quickly. Goodness.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, it's a comedy. And I'm like, this is very funny so
Oh.
far. And it's like, and now he's a hostage. And I'm like, wait, what?
Right.
Where are we going with this?
And she's like, "Hey, get in the closet." And he's like, "Oh, but there's natural linens in there. They make me sneeze." You know. Never mind that you're putting 7-foot-tall Greg Davies into like a tiny little closet. It's the sneezing.
That's not the
issue.
concern.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is Greg Davies just playing Greg Davies, or is he doing someone else?
His name is Wiki, like
Uh-huh.
but it's pretty much just Greg Davies if he was a cleaner.
Because like when you said the apology letter he writes just says sorry, I'm like, that's Greg Davies.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's pretty
Okay.
Greg Davies. It's pretty Greg Davies.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Anyway, give that a go. It's fun.
All right. I will try to find it.
I had to go and find it on Apple TV.
It's the one streaming service I don't have. Actually, I don't have Peacock either. It's one of the two streaming services I don't have.
Yeah.
Apple TV. What happened to like BBC America? That's where all the BBC shows used to go.
Well, I don't know that it's a
Fine.
BBC show.
Well, right. I'm making assumptions based on my racist assumptions of TVs with Greg Davies.
Yeah.
Cleaner. 2025 film. No.
No.
Cleaner Greg Davies.
Greg Davies.
The Cleaner.
The Cleaner. Yep.
Yeah. Streams on BritBox. What the
BritBox. Yeah.
Fred-
You can get BritBox through Apple TV. That's how I got it.
You can get it through Amazon too
Okay.
for
Didn't know
some
this.
amount of money.
Amazon had a sequel.
Ha. Nice dad joke, Dad. I don't want a free trial. Tell me how much it is. $11 a month. I don't like British TV that much.
Is there any other British TV that you could try while you're?
I'm sure there is. There's a lot of great British TV. Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
I can't think of anything right now, but I imagine if I asked for
Broadchurch.
recommendations,
Broadchurch. It's great.
oh my gosh, I love Broadchurch.
Yeah, it's good.
Dude, season 1 of Broadchurch.
Yeah.
Season 2 is
There is
not
no.
as good.
There's no season 2s. There's no season 2. There's no season 3. There's no War in Bossing Say.
Broadchurch is a wonderful TV show. Man.
Wonderful single season of TV.
Yes. Dude, freaking David Tennant.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think I'd only ever seen him as the Doctor, and I was like, he's a really good Doctor. Wow. And then he just shows up at Broadchurch, and I'm like, he's a really good actor. Wow. He's just really good at what he does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's incredible. I love that guy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Maybe there's a new thing he's in that I can watch on BritBox.
Maybe. Let's see what he's been doing recently. Career. David Tennant performances.
Oh, he's back on Doctor Who. I don't want to watch that. New Doctor Who sucks.
I don't know how much he's back on New Doctor Who. He did like a
Okay.
couple episodes for the new Doctor. But that was...
I thought he had a whole season. Is that
No.
not a whole season?
No, he had like
Okay.
4 episodes.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's basically a season of British TV.
Yeah, that's fair. It's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's doing a whole lot.
Is he not working anymore? That's weird.
No, he is. Like, he's got a
Oh.
couple TV shows in production. One in pre-production called Hyde. Wait, is this TV shows? Yes, TV shows. There's one called Standing By, Big City Greens, where he does a voice for a single episode. It looks like a Disney animated piece.
Big City Greens is Disney Channel. Yeah.
Yeah, The Hack, British True Crime Television.
Oh, that sounds promising.
That sounds promising. He's also executive producer. So it worries me that this show does not have like a picture associated with it on Wikipedia.
Yeah, that is
like
concerning.
The Hack television series. Well, okay. When you Google it, it has him on the cover, so it must be good. They can't. What could possibly go wrong with that line of logic?
Well, I mean, they're trying to sell the show being like, David Tennant's here, then what else is going on behind the scenes, right?
Right. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, we all know, the actors can't save bad writing and bad plot in a TV show or a movie, in my opinion. Can't do it. There are plenty of TV shows where I'm like, that actor was crushing it. That show sucks. Like, you can't save it. You can have the best performance of all time, and it doesn't matter sometimes. On the other hand, sometimes you can save it with an incredible performance, so it just kind of depends on what's going on there. But anyway.
IMDb has it at 7.4 out of 10, if you want to try it.
Okay. I remember, because every one of these scales is, like, horrifically weighted in some way.
Okay, Rotten Tomatoes
is 7
is
good for IMDb?
69%.
Is that audience or critic?
Tomato meter.
So critic?
Yeah, critic.
Okay.
The popcorn meter is fewer than 50 ratings, so it doesn't list it. I don't think anyone's...
Tiny little British show.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's seen this.
No, sounds like it.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. Well, into something else that I watched. I ended up watching more Fantasy of Grimgar and Ash.
Grimgar, Fantasy, and Ash.
Yeah. That's the one. Or Illusions and
Mysteries.
Magic Tricks. Yeah. It's not my fault they keep changing the title of this thing.
No.
Anyway,
where'd you get up to? How many more episodes?
I got up to they found the freaking giant kobold.
Oh, yeah.
That I'm a little iffy on this whole thing because he's like, we can't just keep hunting for goblins in the abandoned city. We'll get rusty. We'll get you. Somebody's gonna end up dead. We got to hone our skills in a new place. And then he lists some places, and one of them's like where Mary's friends died. And I'm like, we can't. I don't know. I'm not sure we're ready to go back there. And she like freaks out about this because, understandably so, she doesn't want to go back. And then the next thing I know, they're back. I'm like,
who's making the decisions here, Haruhira?
yes. What are we doing exactly?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. I thought, did I miss something? Was a conversation? Was there some innuendo, some unspoken communication I missed here? Because why are we doing this? Okay.
I would have to go back to see if there's like something that we're leaving out here. But the way that I remember it being presented is that there's very few places where rookie adventurers can go to.
Right.
And so it's like goblins or kobolds, and it's like, well, we're not ready for anything other than those, you know?
Right.
And we can't overfarm the goblins, because we'll become one trick pony too much. So we go kobolds.
Fair enough. Yeah, I just don't know. So they're like going down, they're taking over this mine, this human-created mine. Kobolds came in, killed everyone, took it over. And kobolds are like wolf people?
Yeah, they're like werewolf people, yeah.
Yeah. And like my exposure to kobolds has been D&D and World of Warcraft, and they're not wolf people in either of those properties. So I don't know if in Japan a kobold is a like wolf person or what.
I believe they are. They're just
Okay.
like they're just furry beast people. There's another anime or and manga called Dungeon Meshi, which I believe the kobolds in that are like dog people. Yeah.
They're also dog people. Okay, so Japan has a very different idea of what a kobold is. Then that's interesting. I wonder if it's a weird translation. Like, I wonder if they don't have a word for it in English, and they're just like they're kobolds, man. Like they're basically the same thing. I know that they're dogs, but they've sort of the same function as kobolds in D&D, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Um,
Anywho, so they're going down the levels of this mine, and they're finding tougher and tougher kobolds and tougher enemies.
mm-hmm.
And then they get down to like this agricultural section of the kobold mine where there are giant plains of crops they're growing. And I'm like, what? How? We are like a mile underground right now. Are these mushrooms? It looks like they're growing wheat. And I'm just like, how are you growing wheat down here?
Magic. is the
Anyway,
answer.
magic. Right. And it's not our world. So, like, who knows what plants they have?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And so they're like, I don't know if we should be here. Like, there's a lot of kobolds down here. And then giant Spot shows up. Who's like, he shows up in the flashbacks with Mary, and I'm like, that's a big kobold. And then it shows him compared to the other kobolds, and I'm like, he's huge for a kobold. He is like a giant for them.
Uh-huh.
And he's just like hanging out with the farmers, like, what's up, guys?
I'm your
Just thought
leader.
I'd stop by and see how the crops are doing. Yeah. Anyway, so that's where I got is they're like
Okay.
freaking the hell out because Spot's here. And I'm like, well, you're all gonna die. That's too bad. Maybe you shouldn't have gone to where the giant kobold was, huh?
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. There's something deeply human about being like, okay, yes, I know, Mary, you had deeply traumatic experience about going too deep into the mines. I too have seen Lord of the Rings. All right, we can go as deep into the mines as we want to go, though. We've got this.
Sure. I mean, look, we did just finish an episode where they absolutely wipe Old Town of the goblins.
Yeah.
They kill all of them. Nobody dies. It's awesome. They even kill the huge one that they were struggling with before. And they're like, yes, woohoo, we did it. I do like the moment, too, where they are just constantly hunting the goblins in the old city. And, like, the other adventure parties are like,
Stop
Goblin Slayers. And I'm like, that's Goblin Slayer. I missed that anime. Yeah. They're making fun of him for it.
Yeah.
Because all they do is go out and hunt goblins. I thought that was fun.
Yeah.
But then they kill the leader of the goblins, and the goblins are playing chess. Like, they did a pretty good job throughout the first episodes being like, the goblins are intelligent, right? They want to live. They can use tools. They have food that they're cooking. Like, there's intelligence here. But then to show them playing chess is like, ooh. Like, there are more people than I thought they were.
They have games and craftsmen, or they looted them maybe, but they might have looted. I mean, it's one thing to show them playing chess. It's another thing to assume that they're playing correctly by the rules and not just
That's a fair point.
moving pieces for fun.
I had not thought about that. They're just like, look at me, I'm a human.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's more interesting if they actually know how to play chess.
Yeah, I think it's a more interesting world build if the goblins here, because like again, so much of the first couple of episodes is like goblins don't want to die. They will scream and fight and rage and curse us just as much as we would curse them, because nothing wants to die. These things want to live as much as we do. And so you give them some sort of structure in society that is just antithetical to the human one. And it kind of makes it more of a tragedy that they're all being slaughtered, that there's no peaceful resolution here. But at the same time, it's kind of not these people's job to try and bridge the divide between two societies, you know?
Right.
It's not what we're going for here. There's a very tangible relationship between killing a goblin and eating dinner that night at the pub.
Right. They were dumped into this world against their own will. The only way they have to survive is by killing goblins and kobolds, and like, sorry, man.
Yeah.
That's how this works. Yeah. Fair enough. Anywho, yeah, things are better for them. They can afford food now. It's kind of amazing.
They're getting better gear. Yep.
Yeah, they sleep on straw.
They still live at the like volunteer barracks. Yeah.
Like, I get that, but they sleep on straw. Like, there's a scene where one of them's like pulling straw up over themselves in bed, and I'm like, that cannot at all be comfortable.
No. But
I
it'll
just,
keep you warm.
I know, but like we have the concept of straw
Mm-hmm.
for bedding, and we have like bags. We have the tools to put the straw inside of something to where you get the comfort of the straw without the itchiness and the pokiness of the straw. You're just sleeping like animals, Omicron.
So I think it's explained more in the book that the volunteer housing, you can stay there for a year for free, right, when you sign up.
Yeah.
But it is free lodging, and so they want to keep the amount of work and maintenance there minimally. Straw, you cannot sleep on it forever. It goes bad, and that means you've got to pull it out, and then you have to clean the bag that you put it in to make it comfortable.
I know, but like if I was sleeping on it, I would be willing to do that every once in a while.
Right, but
like,
it's much
totally
easier
fine.
just to pull it off the bunk, burn it, and then load new stuff on, right? Like,
I agree. It is much easier. That is true.
Mm-hmm. And when you're spending all of your day going out and hunting a goblin, you're not going to be like, well, I need to clean my bag and put fresh hay in it.
Once a week? Sure. Absolutely.
No.
I'm just saying, they're cooking. They're spending the time to cook good food and not just being like bread and water and hunks of meat that we threw on the fire for 2 seconds. They're taking the time to make their lives a little bit better than they need to be.
They're making stew. Like, it's salt and pepper stew.
Chopping up vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing all sorts of...
Chopping a celery, not the same as maintaining a mattress. I don't think those two things are very similar, in my opinion.
Just every day, big man's down there cooking breakfast for 6 people. He's working hard. Just saying, someone else could work hard and give them mattresses.
He also has time to whittle planes that he doesn't recognize what they are.
Right. That is true.
But that is also a hobby I think he sells and makes a little bit of money off to buy cooking ingredients, I presume. Right. Look, the characters, maybe they're not in charge of their beds. Like, that's something someone else handles, and they don't get to do that.
I'm sure. I'm just saying, every time it shows them on those things, I'm like, this looks terrible.
I mean,
like,
who knows?
The worn out clothes and the having to kill goblins. I'm like, yeah, that totally sucks. But I'm like, man, the worst part of this whole thing is the straw bed.
Sleeping on straw beds. Maybe it's cotton straw in this world. It's like a fantasy plant where you can sleep on it. It's totally lovely.
Right. It looks like straw. It functions as straw, but it's not actually straw because we're on an alien planet with a red moon. Right.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's perfect.
Deal. Yep. Nailed it.
I mean, none of them ever complain. So...
No, they do not.
Yeah, that's what
they see, like I said, they love it. Like, they're pulling it up over themselves, rolling around, getting all burrowed in there like hamsters. Yeah. All right. What else we got today? We got Warhammer. We got something else before Warhammer.
Yeah, I started playing Outer Worlds 2. It came out.
Oh, it did. Yes. Battle.net launcher was like, Outer Worlds 2 is here. And I was like, I'm not sure if I care. How is it?
It's good. I really like it.
Okay.
I made some poor decisions in my first playthrough, so I've restarted.
How many hours was your first playthrough?
Oh, like 10 hours. So basically,
the first one wasn't that long. I remember.
No, I didn't finish the game. I put 10 hours in, and I was like, I've maybe ruined my character.
Oh. Okay. Okay. You're like abort mission. Got it.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what I did. When I pre-ordered the game, like 2 or 3 days before the game was about to come out, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna get this. Might as well get the pre-order bonus. It's just free money. Turns out when you complete the tutorial level, the game goes, "Hey, you've got a flaw," like in the first game where it's like or Fallout, where you drink a bunch of alcohol and it's like, hey, you're now dependent on alcohol. You'll get a slight bonus to strength or whatever, but you have to keep drinking. You have to have always had a drink. This
Okay.
this gave me the consumerism flaw, which is only available if you pre-ordered the game, and it's vendors will buy stuff off you for slightly less than it's worth, but you also get a discount at the store, right?
Oh.
So it works out better.
Does it even out?
No, it's slightly better in your favor, actually.
Okay. Okay. It should. I mean, if you call it a perk, it should be. Yeah.
Right. But it just depends on whether or not you want to take your junk and scrap it for crafting materials, or are you going to sell it.
Right.
Anyway, so I then ended up getting another floor somehow, and then another one, and then they offered me a floor called Flawed, and it gives you bonus perks every 5 levels, right? So if you're level 30, it'll retroactively go and you get 6 extra perks.
Wow. Okay.
But you have to accept every flaw that comes up. You can't turn them down. So my character is now dependent on like my companions shooting things first, and then I get a slight bonus to attacking things that they recently attacked.
Okay.
Oh god, what else did I have? I need to look up a list and I'll just tell you.
Okay. That sounds okay, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. But if I also want to do like sneak attacks, which means I have to attack first while I'm hidden, I can't have my teammates attack first.
Right.
So
completely incompatible with that style. Yeah.
Yes. I got consumerism. I got easily distracted, which is while I'm leveling, I get an additional skill point to spend, but I can't spend any skill points on my highest level stuff. I have to put it on either the skill that is the lowest level or something that's 0.
Yeah, that sucks.
So,
I don't like that.
So if I go, oh, I really like to have 1 point in engineering, I now have to get that up to level 7 or whatever, just so I can take my guns to level 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overprepared. Yeah. I do minus 40% damage for 8 seconds after a magazine's weapon hits empty, but all my weapons have 50% magazine capacity.
Okay.
So as long as you reload on 1 bullet left, you don't ever have the downside. But if you're just like blasting away...
Yeah, I know, but like I'm a compulsive reloader. I'm like, I fired at least 2 bullets. Time to reload.
No, that's fine then. That's fine.
I know. So I'm like, that'd be fine for me, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be like in the middle of combat, and I'm like, time to reload. It's like, someone is shooting at you right now. What are you doing? I don't know. I gotta reload. Can't run out of bullets.
Right. One that I got before I got flawed, and my assumption is they won't offer you a flaw you've already turned down. So I turned this down, so I didn't get it. But it's called Bad Knees, where you have 50% crouch speed, but your crouching emits a 10-meter radius sound that attracts hostiles because your knees are creaking.
You're 50 years old.
Right. Which sucks if you want to crouch and be stealthy and do all that stuff.
It's an anti-stealth perk for sure. Good grief.
Yeah. I also got Kleptomaniac, so every now and then I'll be wandering through a town area, and if my cursor goes over an item that could be stolen, I might just pick it up. In full view of God and everyone.
Yeah. Get yourself shot in the face for the trouble.
So I restarted my game.
This is not going well for me. This is Obsidian, right? Developer?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. They're just trying to do Fallout New Vegas in 2025.
Essentially, but it's not terribly different to the last game. There were flaws in that too.
Right. Right.
Every time I launch the game, it tells me my motherboard's BIOS is out of date, and I go to my BIOS and I can't update it. So it's like, I don't know what you want from me.
I've never had a game do that before. That's weird. Why does it care about your BIOS?
Probably it says stability issues. It like gives a reason that like, hey, the game might crash or something because your drivers are out of date, basically.
Like we found a weird bug. Just trying to get ahead of that. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I haven't had any
Huh.
issues. The game stays above 60 FPS for me.
Doesn't crash.
Doesn't crash. Have no crashes.
Good. Good.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. If you enjoyed the first one, and I think your takeaway was that you enjoyed it while playing it, but it's not memorable.
I think so. Yeah. Like, here's what I remember from the first game.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of the characters that were written really well and really memorable. Like, okay, those guys are cool. Like a general anti-capitalist messaging that was going on, and a sense that it was too short. Sense that the different areas you could go to, there are too few of them. Each individual area was kind of small. There wasn't a lot to do. There's not a lot of depth.
Yeah,
those are my takeaways.
How to beat is saying the game main story is 13.5 hours. Main story and sides 26.5. Completion is 40. That for an RPG, that's pretty small.
Pretty low, totally.
Worlds 2. What's time to beat on Outer Worlds 2? Maybe they fixed your one complaint. Oh.
Is it worse?
Yeah. Main story is 12 hours now.
Yeah.
Only shorter by a little bit. Main story and sides, however, is actually larger at 32.5.
Okay.
So, I put 10 hours on like the first planet doing almost everything I could. I realized when I went back there were some like things that started quests that didn't give me quests because I basically got told to fuck off by the quest giver for not having enough engineering skill or whatever.
Okay.
But there are like other ways around it. Like if you find a computer or something that you could hack if you had a high enough hack skill, or if you find the password somewhere, it'll tell you, hey, there's a scrap of paper. If you have that, it'll let you do the thing anyway.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I like that.
So it'll just tell you if there's like a key card lying around somewhere,
Yeah. Like, go find it. Go scavenger hunt it. Yeah.
Pretty much. I'm really enjoying that part of it. So.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah.
Well, good.
I know.
Yeah, I've been playing Dishonored.
Oh.
So 2 things I just want to bring up with Dishonored.
Mm-hmm.
One, there's a safe system where there are safes around the game with a 3-digit combination.
Okay.
And I was like, I wonder if I can find the combination to the safe on like a scrap of paper lying around, or is there like a safe cracking mechanic, right? And then I couldn't find anything. So I was like, all right, I'm going to Google this and see how it works. And it's like, the safe, how you figure this out is you find a book in the area. And then by doing this weird word puzzle system that you kind of have to figure out on your own, that's the code. And I'm like, I'm never doing this again. So every safe that I find, I just Google the code and open it.
That's fair. That's like they had someone who was really into cryptography on the dev team who was like, I love the Da Vinci Code. Let's.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. And what's crazy is the rest of the game is insanely handholdy. It's like, here's your objective. Do this. This thing's over here. All the hidden things you have to find to level up, there's one across the way behind that wall. And then, but for the safes, they're like, use your brain, bucko.
That's funny.
I know. I can't figure out the discrepancy there. I think you're right. Someone on the team was just like, I love the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah.
I'm going to make they have to do cryptography in these books to figure out these safe codes. Yeah. Anyway.
Da Vinci Code. Yeah, okay. Dishonored came out after the Da Vinci Code movie. It checks out.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. That's perfect.
Yep.
And the other thing is there's a character in the game called Granny Rags. And before you go into this area where she is, you're warned that she's there. And you should try to talk to her. So I'm sneaking around, and I'm like, there's guards that I have to avoid. And if they see me, they'll try to, shoot me or like cut me to death, which is always a bad time.
Mm-hmm.
And so I see a character in a room, and I go up and start to do the like strangle knockout animation to render them unconscious, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, wait, this isn't a guard. And I let them go because it's a timer. It's like you hold it for 3 seconds and then they're unconscious. And halfway through, I'm like, wait. And I let her go. And it's Granny Rags.
You strangled out Granny Rags. Oh,
I know.
you're a terrible person.
Well, so then she's super mad at me. Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's just glaring daggers at me every time I come into this room. She won't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
She won't talk to me. I can't make it better by talking.
Mm-hmm.
She's just super angry.
Mm.
And I'm like, I feel like this is a story important character.
So you
There
soft-locked the
has-
game.
Yeah, there has to be a way to fix this. So I was like, for science sake, I shoot her with a sleep dart from my crossbow, and she turns into 1,000 rats and runs away.
Oh my god, it's
And I'm like,
Makima.
it's Makima, right? It's old lady Makima.
Man, that would be the craziest plot twist. That it turns out this is Chainsaw Man world.
It's a Chainsaw Man world in like 70 years.
Oh god, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
Did it? So, were you able to
So-
continue? Like, what happened?
Yeah. So I completed the missions in the area. I don't feel like I'm missing anything, but also I've never played this game before, so I don't know.
You didn't
And then
consider
in-
reloading a save to like undo your mistake?
No, this one I felt was fair. I screwed up, and I should have to deal with the consequences of whatever that was. So today, this was last week. So today, I'm in an area, and Granny Rags is there, and I'm like, oh, okay, like maybe everything's fixed.
Maybe.
She's just rambling nonsense. Like, she's just like, oh, mother, maybe he'll be at the ball. Does my dress look fine, mother? She's just like this dementia old lady reliving her youth.
One of the
I'm
rats
like,
didn't take its
"Hi."
pills. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, am I supposed to? I'm trying to talk to her. I'm trying to like look in the area. Are there objects I can pick up or like? I don't know. It'd be hilarious if she's just this like dementia-ridden old lady, and just the people who sent you on the mission just don't know. They haven't seen her in a while, right? And so she's gotten a lot worse than she was.
Maybe the first quest is to like get her pills.
You're supposed to give her the medication that she needs, and
And
then she never gets it. So this is her now.
This is her life now. You did that to her.
I sure did.
So I did soft lock a side quest on my replay through. So there's a bit where you have to go and like, there's a guy who's like, oh man, this friend of mine, he's got like a patent that's gonna make me into like a upper, middle, lower management like guy immediately because he's like climbing the corporate ladder, but it's Space's choice, so there's 1,000 steps to climb because they don't really want you to climb.
No.
But the lift's broken to this area, so you have to go and do like a little jumping puzzle up the side of this mountain, and then you find a research station with like a grinder where they're like grinding things, but there's also people doing some research. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but their platform is elevated, and someone at the top jumped because there's a war on and was like secretly fervent to the other side, threw herself into the gears, and now they're all stuck up there.
I bet.
Right? And so as you walk up to it, you hear someone go, no, don't jump from that side, but with these boots, I can fly. And he jumps out the front and just drops to the ground and splats. And you can take his boots and you get double jump. And then you have to go up, jump back up to the platform, grab this, jump up near to the platform, grab a MacGuffin, and then you can put it in the platform, and it'll give the platform enough power to pulverize her body so that the rest of the people up there can lower safely.
Yeah, just get her right through the gears.
Right. So I, approaching on my second playthrough, was like, hey, I wonder if I can kill that guy before he hits the ground.
Yeah.
So
okay.
the first gadget they give you is time dilation. You get to slow So pop, 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 pop. Sure enough, he's dead in the air, and then all the people at the top of the station go, ah! And don't give me the quest. You can still take the guy's boots, but they will be immensely hostile to you if you go up there. But they're all programmed as non-combatants, so they just cower in fear.
Right. Oh, that's funny. It's nice when the game gives you tools you can use to break their own game. That's funny.
Yeah.
So you just like hovering.
He jumps. I won't. Did someone say skeet? You know. Paul.
Yeah, so that's probably a load to save kind of a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Look at stuff. How much is it?
It's probably
Why is
like
it on the
$70.
BattleNet launcher?
It's on Steam. You can get it on Steam.
I know, but why is it on the BattleNet launcher too?
Oh, because Microsoft owns Obsidian, and they also own Blizzard.
Microsoft owns Obsidian. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking for. Who? But through who? They didn't
Through
buy
Bethesda.
Obsidian.
Through Bethesda.
Bethesda bought Obsidian.
I assume. Maybe it's just because it's being published by Xbox Game Studios, and Obsidian isn't owned by them.
Look up the history of Obsidian.
Obsidian bought by Microsoft. Apparently they did 6 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because didn't... Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Anyway, it's $109 Australian for the base version.
Ridiculous. But again, Australian money is fake, so let's see what it is in American money.
That'll be like $80.
$70 standard.
Yeah. Wait for it to go on sale. It is a little short for $70.
$70, yeah.
I mean, not if you do everything. I think if you do everything, and there have been a couple times where on my new playthrough, I'm like, okay, I've seen how the game goes if I do this nice. What if I do it the other way? There's plenty of that.
Yeah.
So I do think it
Replayability.
does have replayability. So don't look at it as one 13-hour campaign. Look at it as 6 13-hour campaigns.
At least 2.
At least 2. At least 2.
Are the graphics better? They look better.
I would say they're sharper. Like, I don't know that they're strictly amazing, but I would need to load the other one up for side-by-side comparisons.
Yeah, it's been a long time. That's why I'm asking. I don't...
It
looks better than my memories of what the first game looked like.
It looks like how I remember the first game, right? Where it's...
Oh, okay. So you doesn't look very different.
I mean that in a good way, where your brain just remembers it's a good experience, and if you were to go back and go, oh, that's not what I remember.
Right.
But, you know, I mean it in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, good. I'll check it out once it's on sale, whenever that happens to be.
Yeah. Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Do it.
Cool. So now Warhammer?
Now it's time for Warhammer. Yes.
Did we read the right book?
Probably, but after last week, I'm not giving any guarantees.
So I read Black Legion.
We didn't read the same book.
No, I read It is Black Legion, yeah. God, it hurt. And I read Black Legion by Aaron Dembski-Bowden, and you read The Talon of Horus.
Correct.
Because
to make up for the fact that I read Black Legion last week when I wasn't supposed to.
I entirely read this book through the lens of that doesn't make sense unless you've read the first one. Like, oh, this makes way more sense if you've read the first one.
Right.
I don't know how you got through this book and didn't go, is there something else I should have read?
Well, here's the thing. I've read a lot of Warhammer books where there's probably some context I should have had already that I didn't have, and I'm like, I can work with this.
I mean, some context is like, oh, the rift opened up, or Guilliman hasn't been alive for 10,000 years. This is like Kaon being like, oh, I remember my old ship, the Telok. It was great. Remember what happened to the Telok, reader? I'm like, yeah, because I read the previous book.
And I was like, no. And that's fine. I don't need to know what happened to the Telok to enjoy this book, did I?
Probably not, but there's the tons of it. That's the tip of the Telok iceberg.
Yeah, fair.
This does mention Horus Reborn, which I asked you about last week, if it spoiled this book, which it totally does. But You know, you just took it in your stride that Abaddon killed Horus at the end of the Siege of Terror.
Yep. Sure did. I don't know, man. Look, Black Legion is very much like we're in the eye, and time doesn't make any sense here, and everything's weird, and reality is whatever human emotion makes it. And I'm like, sure, dude. Like, whatever happens here happens here. It's like Vegas. You can do whatever you want. Yeah, that was basically my attitude about the whole thing.
I mean, did you maybe go, oh, there's a Sanguinius statue of Crystal that just pops up around the ship. Maybe they're talking about they killed up a Horus statue.
Nope.
Okay, cool. Never mind. That would have been a perfectly reasonable out, I think.
Yes, it would have.
Anyway,
would have been.
Talon of Horus. What did you think?
So this gives some really interesting backstory to certain characters that are in Black Legion that I did not know. Like, number one, his Drukhari Blood Ward is dead, and he's effectively puppeting her corpse around.
Well, he's puppeting her life force. She's in control.
Yeah.
He's just, like, pumping the heart, you know?
Yeah.
But also, if she becomes aware, she will die.
Right.
Yeah. A thing that
or if somebody severs the connection between him and her, she will die.
A thing that is mentioned in Black Legion that is no context given for.
Is it?
It is mentioned.
What do they say? Because I must have just breezed right past that.
It's just a very offhanded reference to the, like, I don't want... it's like, oh, Nefertari was... I didn't want her listening to this conversation about keeping people alive or something. It was a very offhanded thing. I think it might have been when he was fighting Abaddon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's
offhand.
It's very tiny. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. And then also, Telemachon. What's his name?
Telemachon.
Telemachon. I got it right. Yeah, one of the Emperor's children.
Oh yeah, and how he had his entire mind reworked by Iskander.
Yeah. So in Black Legion, it's like, we're buds. I'm like, this is a very, very nice friendship between these two Space Marines. And then in Talon of Horus, it's like, I'm going to kill you. And I'm like, how did they fix this? And it's like, oh, mind rape. Cool. Like, wow. I did not see that coming for their backstory at all.
Here's the thing. I would say in Black Legion, Kaon is like... friendly with him, but absolutely despises the guy. He's like constantly putting like little bits like, oh, but this was way before Telemachon and I had a civil war within the Black Legion as we tried to kill each other. So you get back to them hating each other. Right? Like, well, it's hinted at in the future at least.
It is. They're friendly, man. If you would ask me, like, what do you think their backstory is? Why are they kind of cold to each other? I wouldn't have been like, well, you see, they desperately wanted to murder each other for a long time. And then one day, Kaon gets the upper hand and erases his mind. And his personality and all of his desires. And it's like, what?
No.
What?
You are misrepresenting what Iskander does.
I'm exaggerating. It's true.
He removes an Emperor's children, someone who is in thrall to Slaanesh, ability to feel any emotions without him.
Right.
Way better.
Which is insanely dark.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
Whew. So here's like the thing about Kaon is, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a level of him that's this voice of sanity in all of the weirdness that's going on in the eye.
Mm-hmm.
But then there are moments with Kaon where you're like, no, you're just as batshit as everybody else here. You just kind of keep a tighter rein on it most of the time.
Yeah, wait, he is just as crazy as everyone around him, but we're getting it from his perspective. So he just presents it all as normal or common sense to bind demons to your will because obviously demons are useful.
Right. That's an excellent point. You take any character and put it from their perspective, and it's going to be portrayed as more normal than it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, got a pet Drukari, totally normal. And everybody he meets is like, you have the weirdest friends, man. And he's like, no, it's cool. Like, this is what I do.
You're a thousand son who carries a Fenrisian axe with a demon shaped like a Fenrisian hound, and your champion is a Drukari that has wings, by the way, not a thing that Drukari normally have.
No. And is like wanted by her own people for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's great.
And again, this is another book that makes no differentiation between Drukari and Eldar. They call her an Eldar constantly.
Right, okay, so Drukari are not like a different species.
I know.
They're people.
I know.
Right?
I know. But from a storytelling perspective, Eldar and Drukari are extremely different things.
Sure.
And I understand that Drukari are Eldars. I know.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's also being presented by the perspective of people who do not give a shit about that distinction.
Right. It's funny that both Loyalist Space Marines and Traitor Space Marines do not give a shit what the difference is between an Eldar and a Drukari. That is one thing they have in common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, yeah. And so those are the two big things. I was like, man, backstory on these characters, that's crazy.
Mm.
It was kind of nuts, too, that the big, what is it? I don't even know the amniosis.
Oh, the Amnesis.
Amnesis.
Uh-huh. Is his
Yeah,
sister.
so like the initial version of the Amnesis is this more robotic, not emotional at all version of it.
Mm-hmm.
So going backwards was weird. It was like, how did we get more emotion out of this thing?
Well,
The answer was you just take it out and plug it into the vengeful spirit, and maybe this is the result. Who knows?
Yeah. Turns out if you maybe kill it, or merge it with the vengeful spirit's machine spirit, it'll, I don't know, get more sentience, warp magic.
Yeah.
Can't rule that out of having an impact. I mean, it gets mentioned in Black Legion that, like, she does eventually start to degrade as we move her once again from the vengeful spirit to our other flagship.
Right.
But that was a later problem in future books we haven't written yet. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I keep talking about stuff that is not going to be in this book, so have fun with that.
Also, it's been 4 years, you know.
Yeah.
It's been 8 years.
Yeah. Although again, time doesn't really in the eye very well.
I meant it's been 8 years since the book came out.
Oh, our time.
Yeah,
right. Yes. Very true. Very fair. Yeah.
What do you think of the Ragged Knight? And
the
little history lesson you get for it.
Yeah. No, I like Aaron Dembski-Bowden's insistence that, like, a lot of the time demons are just the manifestation of something really bad that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Or some really terrible emotions from a bunch of people, and it's something that happened, right?
Yeah.
So I just like the idea that there was this crazy king back in prehistory on Earth that, like, massacred his own people out of religious fervor, and this demon came out of everyone who died because their king killed them. And I'm like, okay, I like that. That's cool.
So, believe it or not, it's based on a real event.
There you go.
Yeah, the Albigensian crusade against the sect called the Cathars, considered heretics by the Catholic Church. Pope Innocent III is who Kaon attributes the quote, "Kill them all, our God will know who is loyal," but is historically attributed to his legate, Arnaud Almeric.
Okay. Well, there you go. Real thing.
Died 1225 AD.
So deep into history then. Good grief.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, anyway, I just like the idea that there's a demon that is the physical, well, kind of physical,
the
manifestation of that.
Yeah. And
I like that it hates Kaon.
Yeah. It does not want to be bound.
No. Again, no demon does. I've never read about a bound demon in any of these books where they're like, man, this is great.
His
Let me be bound forever.
his cat monster in Black Legion is very much like, I want to serve, master.
That's true.
And even in
Something weird about that one, though.
Talon and Horus, there's a demon that gets summoned, and I think they described it as the size of a Land Raider, who's like, please bind me, I wish to serve, and...
But the alternative was being disintegrated, right?
Right, that's true. But Kaon then says all the demons that want to serve are just too weak to be of use, so...
Yeah.
There are demons who want to serve, apparently.
I guess there's one, the wolf.
The wolf. Not Gaia.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
Gaia, maybe. I don't think we ever get any, like... Gaia wishes she was free. That seems very much like in partnership.
Totally does. Also, the fact that we lose Gaia in between books.
Sort of. She dies fighting Horus, is what we're told in Black Legion. Like, they make mention of it. I don't remember the specifics of her dying in that fight scene. She gets, like, punched and thrown across the room or something by Horus Reborn. And then I guess she died. And then it turns out this other sorcerer managed to summon her first and bind her and get a little metaphysical connection to Kaon through her.
Yeah,
through
right?
It. Yeah.
Right. Through her, as Kaon insists, and everybody else is like, it's an it.
Well, they just don't have
Again,
that bond.
Kaon's a weird one.
Yeah.
Right. Even Abaddon, who's like Mr. Charisma and like Mr. Make everyone like me, is like, your pet's an it, man.
I guess we can, since we're talking about both books, how did you feel about much of the first book being about finding Abaddon and him being like, I offer brotherhood. I want what a Legion gave us. And then in Black Legion, the ghost pirates or whatever are like, he's like, take whatever you want. And he's like, oh, one of my Ezekarian, Ashokai, the White Seer, take him. You know? He's like, I offered brotherhood, but you're giving me something else.
I know, but brotherhood doesn't mean you never sacrifice your friends to attain your goal. Like, that's never how the legions worked. You know that.
Yeah, I mean, kind of.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like in war, if there was like a thing that you could do, maybe. But they weren't at war. They were like flying through eye space. Like, it's not quite the same.
Yeah,
I feel like there's a difference.
But it was the only way to attain the goal, which was take the long war to the Imperium. The only way to do it was by doing this. It's like that story, the Ultramarine story, where there's the bridge, and they have to blow the bridge, but oh no, someone has to go down there and blow it up manually, and Space Marine goes down and blows himself up and blows the bridge, and he sacrifices himself, and they let him go.
Right, sacrificing yourself is one thing.
Being volunteered for it is different.
Having your commanding officer go like, yeah, I'll sell out my brothers. Like,
yeah. Sell out?
Literally
or sacrifice to attain the goals we've all agreed to.
If we've all agreed that a bridge needs to go down and someone has to trigger it remotely, we've all agreed, and whoever makes the sacrifice is a hero. Like, that's how that works. But when you're standing there bartering with a guy to guide you somewhere, and he's just insisting, no, I want that guy, you can say no.
Yes. Does he say no?
The Amnesis tries to say no, and then Abaddon's just like mulling it over, and he's like, take him. Just take him.
Totally. Yeah, Abaddon doesn't give a shit. Right. Abaddon has a goal he needs to achieve, and he's willing to sacrifice anything for it. As he tells the Grey Knights, he's like, whatever you need, man. I don't care. I need to do this thing. So when the moment comes, he goes, yeah, absolutely. I'll do this.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was an interesting, tiny little moment that shows, like Chaos is like the Black Legion is like, hey, we're trying to still have the Brotherhood. We're Chaos, but we're unified, and even at the top, it's just like, not really. He's just doing as much bullshit as like he would claim the Emperor's doing. I think it's a tiny moment that
Yeah.
shows that he is
Yeah.
just as much a hypocrite as the people he's trying to fight.
Oh, that's absolutely true. Yeah, 100%. And that's one of the main themes of the book. It's like everybody sucks.
Well, it's
Yeah.
everybody sucks, but I don't just mean it in like, well, they're all warp monsters and they, mind
No,
rape
no, no.
their brothers,
Yeah.
It's their convictions that are still at fault.
Yeah.
Like they don't have the pure drive, even they think they do.
Yeah. Totally agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing for the Imperium. There were no pure motivations, really,
Well,
for either the First Crusade or the second one, or the Horus Heresy. Yeah.
I mean, the Emperor would have said that there were pure motivations, but
Yeah, the Emperor says a lot of stuff.
what?
Yeah, our xenocide and our constant genocide is for the greater good, obviously.
Obviously.
Right.
What did you think about Horus Reborn?
Kind of forgettable.
Yeah.
Like, he shows up and he kills a couple guys and then he's dead in like 10 minutes.
It's true.
And that's the point. Like, the reason they're going on this quest right now is to stop Horus from actually getting out and rampaging and being Horus.
Mm-hmm.
So, if they're going to win, they kind of have to win like that,
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. It would have been worse, I think, if they just showed up and he's in a test chamber and they're just like,
Tink,
turn
tink,
off
tink,
the
tink.
power and he dies. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I just think, what is it? Like, Horus shows up and he has all his memories. He's a clone, but he's like, oh, you're Abaddon, you're my son. You have my claw. I have Worldbreaker.
Yeah.
He still thinks it, like, immediately he's just, like, in it, that it's I'm the guy. It's me,
Yep.
But I do wonder, because we've wondered what it was that the Emperor stole from the Chaos Gods when he did his Prometheus bit, right? And I think I made a joke on the podcast that he stole the ability to give people plot armor, right? Like, that was the secret magic, and that's why the Primarchs lived for 200 years through constant war without dying. Like, but we know at the end of the Horus Heresy, the Emperor, like, burns out Horus's soul, that he can't come back, he can't be manipulated or anything like that. And so I'm wondering if that Horus is technically considered soulless. Like, if he's almost like a blank. I mean, if he's soulless, he shouldn't have a presence in the warp, so he should be a blank, in my opinion.
That's something that Kaon would have noticed,
It,
right?
it absolutely is. He's not a blank,
Yeah.
but I'm just thinking, is that why we think he died so easily? Like, because otherwise, we see Primarchs killing Space Marines by the dozen. Like, Gulliman is blasted into vacuum and is just like, behind you, motherfucker.
Yeah. Yep. Not wrong.
And here we have Abaddon breaking Worldbreaker, his mace, right? And just stabbing Horus. Being like,
right.
Stab.
Stab, dead. For real this time.
For real. No coming back. No take backsies.
Yeah. It did feel easy. But I don't know. I mean, it's not really story important.
Right. It's a thing that needed to happen, but it wasn't why the story was moving.
Right. The story is the Long War. The story is the return of the Chaos Space Marines, of the Traitor Space Marines to real space.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I really feel like in 6 months from now, I'm not going to remember that there was a clone of Horus that they defeated.
Well,
right?
There was also clones of all the other Primarchs there too.
Yeah. Worse ones. Much worse ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Fabius actually, I think there's a short story or a book that we might get to where he mentions it, but he does keep cloning Primarchs. Like, he does try it again. Yeah. He actually manages to have a perfect clone of Fulgrim, but who is Fulgrim with all his memories, but no Chaos taint. He's just Fulgrim but as he should have been.
Yeah.
And then he sells him to a Necron. He sells him to Trazen to go in his museum.
I mean, sounds about right.
Yeah. Just fun
So
fact.
is there like a perfect clone of Fulgrim in stasis in Trazen's museum then?
Yes. Yes, there is.
That's awesome. That's a good thing. I like that.
All right. What else happened in these books?
They make it back to real space.
Oh, yeah. They fight.
I like that it's like everybody has to adjust to being in real space after being in like warp and fuse space for so long.
The Beastman crew is like, Pain, Master. It's pain. He's like, oh, that's time. You can feel time now. Crazy. Crazy stuff.
Crazy. Yeah, really fun. So yeah, then they show up and who's waiting for them other than our guy?
The Black Templars and Sigismund himself.
Yeah, Sigismund is like, no one believed me when I said you were coming back. Everyone thought I was crazy. But I was right. I knew you'd come back one day. Good call, Sigismund, honestly.
Yeah. Wish you had a slightly larger fleet. You could have nipped that whole chaos thing in the bud right there. If you had a slightly
Could
bigger
have done, but again, they make it pretty clear nobody believes him. Like, everyone thinks he's wrong.
Sure.
So they're not going to give him a huge amount of resources to sit in front of the eye and wait for chaos to come back.
Right.
For who knows how long. Yeah. I think they did a good job with it. Because, yeah, part of you's like, freaking Imperium. Like, yes, they could have just ended this thing right away.
Well,
but I understand why they didn't. It makes sense.
I mean, even then, this is the Black Legion coming out. It's a new combined arms forces. In theory, all of the others still legions are in the eye doing their thing, and could still come out. There are lots of times in this book where, in Black Legion, it's like, oh, and we burnt their ships because fuck them, they turned us down, and that was 20,000 Space Marines just dead. I'm like, chaos, guys, buddies. There are so many books where it's like, and then the Imperium valiantly fought you to a standstill for like a week. If you had 20,000 more Space Marines, you could turn the tide of every battle in every book ever written.
Totally.
Stop fighting yourselves for like 5 minutes, please.
I know. That's the weakness of chaos. That's the whole point.
That is the point. I get it. Like, I get it. I'm just... This book is so in the voice of Kaon, who's just like, and this is normal, and we can do things better, and we just need to evaluate this logistically. Like, Abaddon even, like, talks to him about being too Tiskin and pragmatic, and he's like, well, surely that's a good thing. He's like, and you've proved my point.
That is good. That reminds me of when he has that flashback to when he's on Prospero as it's burning, and like how he survived, and Abaddon's there, like watching his memories. And then he's like almost dead. He's like fought all these Space Marines, and he's like bleeding out from 18 different wounds. And then a Space Wolf shows up, and Abaddon's like, "How do you get out of this one?" Then Abaddon just like unravels him with magic, and Abaddon's like, "Wow, what a brave battle! Well done."
Absolutely.
Because I was like, how do you do it? He's like, oh, right, magic, I forgot.
I do like the prose where he's like, I didn't cast a fireball at him. I unmade him. It's like, I really like the way Aaron Dembski-Bowden writes psychomagic bullshit. But it is very funny to have Abaddon, who ostensibly respects Kaon for what he can do, but is also just like, you just blew him apart with magic. What a fearsome battle. Right, and Kaon does it in return when they're in the Lupercal's court, and there's the Sanguinia statue. I think one of the world eaters, Lihor, smashes it with his chain axe, and he's like, "Oh, another valiant victory." You know,
Abaddon's kind of a sarcastic prick. I kind of like it.
Kind of.
Yeah, and I mean, Abaddon coming back, there's like, I think an appropriate amount of like kind of mystique going on with it, because the Rubicae the like empty magic dust versions of all of Kaon's friends who never say anything and only respond to his commands because he's controlling them with magic.
Mhm.
Like incline their heads towards Abaddon. And he's like, "What the? How, what is happening here?" And then all of the other Space Marines who got like infested with warp demons and who are just running rampant in the lower decks of his ship. Abaddon goes and finds them, and they're like, "Oh yeah,
Hey, Abaddon.
everything's cool now.
What's up?
Hey man, what's up? Good to see you again." And it's like, "What is going on?" Yeah,
Right.
I thought that was good.
Kybia Falcus, I think his name is. He's like,
Palkus.
yeah.
Yep.
I really like the idea of that demon being like, oh, one demon didn't get into like, each Space Marine didn't get their own demon. One demon got into all of them because as long as
Yeah.
one's alive, it's alive.
Right.
And
He's set up a redundancy system. It's genius.
yeah, and Abaddon knows, and Kaon knows, and they're just like, let's not tell the guy. Like, it's a test.
Yeah. He's like, this is an incredibly subtle and smart demon. Kaon's like, I want him for my collection so bad.
I need to bind it now. Yeah. Also, I will point out. Go.
Well, just the idea that, yeah, you inhabit one Space Marine and it dies, you're going back to the warp, buddy. But if you inhabit 6 of them simultaneously and one dies, you're still here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's genius. I love that.
I wonder if you can then use that link to reconstitute the Marine to some degree. Like,
Yeah.
if he can rebuild that other guy and he has no memory of dying. But what I was gonna say is, Kaiba Fulcus, whatever his name is, he's in the Siege of Terror. In the books, we read a book with him. I think it's Saturnine, where he's part of the secret plot to go under the wall.
Oh yeah.
And he gets like cut in half. He gets bisected. So how he's alive, don't know. But this book was written several years before that one.
The answer is warp bullshit.
Probably a demon kept him alive.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe this demon was in the first, they're like a squad of Terminators. Maybe they were in them the entire time, and it's just this re-exposure to the warp in Talon of Horus that like awakened them again.
Could be.
Could be.
Could be. So many possibilities.
So many possibilities.
So, in the chronology of 40K,
Sure.
like when they start writing books for this stuff, is the Black Legion just around?
I believe the Black Legion is introduced in like 2nd edition.
Okay.
But
they're just introduced as like they're out there in the galaxy doing stuff.
I don't know. I think they're in the Eye the entire time.
Okay.
Like that's their stronghold prison. I think that's a pretty old concept.
Okay.
Because it was introduced with Abaddon's Black Crusades, right? That's what it. But the Black Legion comes out in force, and sometimes they do like a crusade level thing, and sometimes they're like, well, we went and destroyed a chapter of Space Marines Homeworld. Is that a crusade? But
doesn't seem big enough.
But I mean, the Imperium's giving them these titles. They're not calling themselves as doing Black Crusades, as far as I'm aware.
Right. That's fair.
But it is old lore that's a thing that they've been doing. It is new lore that makes it a little bit more sense. Where every time they went and destroyed one chapter of Space Marines, it had like a specific meaning. He was doing it for a very specific reason, and they really fleshed that out.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
So currently in 40K, I assume there are more Traitor Legions running around than just the Black Legion?
Yeah, I mean, the Death Guard still operate as a legion. The Word Bearers, they still kind of like, they're not quite a legion anymore. They're just a bunch of scattered war bands that might form together at times.
Yeah.
So in Dark Imperium, we saw Mortarion fight Guilliman in Ultramar.
Yep.
he was basically doing that with his own force, which we're supposed to assume is just a colossal amount of Death Guard legionnaires. And so whether or not that constitutes as a legion or not, don't think that matters. But yeah,
close enough.
Close enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So
okay, got it.
Yeah, they're probably all out there doing something, except for the Sun's Forest. They're dead.
Yeah. Everyone's pretty mad at those guys.
Yes.
Everyone's pretty mad at those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, all the other legions are out there. There's even a conversation in one of these books where they're like, "Are they even out there?" They're like, "Yes, the Alpha Legion are definitely here in the eye, doing stuff."
That was so funny. I laughed at that. I was like, "Oh yeah." Like, what's great is even if they're not around, like they have such the reputation of being everywhere that everyone believes they are. Like, good job, guys.
Mission accomplished.
Alpha Legion, you make me laugh. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's it.
2 thumbs up on these books, both of them.
Yeah, I liked them.
Kaon's an interesting character. I enjoyed his witty repartee with his scribe servitor and the Inquisitor who comes back to ask the right questions, apparently.
I'm not sure if it's a repartee exactly. I just mean he's kind of just like rambling.
He's making the best out of a bad situation.
Yeah, fair.
All right, is it time for the wheel?
Yeah, I just want to say, so is Kaon a big character in 40K then? Like there's a lot of stuff with him, or are they trying to make him one with this?
He's got 2 books, and we've read them both.
Because, like, when we flash to the current day, he really likes reminding them that you have all these names for me.
Right.
And,
Far as I know, those are all invented for these books.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me just double check. Scan the Kaon. I'll double check what his sources look like. Okay, so he's in a couple more things.
Okay.
Araman, the other sorcerer who gets mentioned in this, who like, oh, Araman would do that humble compliment things where he's like, maybe you are the only second to me by use of the art. Or
right.
All of the Thousand Suns have been changed by the warp. Even Araman, who thinks he's been unchanged, but I've seen the gaping void where his face used to be. That guy.
Right. Yeah.
He's in an Araman book.
Okay.
Abyssal Edge, a short story, which appears to be the Conrad Kerr's short story, also by Aaron Dembski-Bowden. Apparently he gets a word in there. And Index Astartes Death Company background book from 2013. So only a little bit before the first book. But it's an Index Astartes book? I think it's just what they used to call codexes. So, yeah.
Makes sense.
Yep. It's just
like... Fair enough.
Yep. It's just like a part lore, part gameplay book by the looks of it. Yeah.
Just real quick, speaking about Ahriman, I do like to get that flashback to where like Ahriman is trying to reverse the curse, right?
Oh, right.
And Kaon's like, it's not working. Take him down, boys.
Yeah, I mean
that's not working. And then we leave the flashback, and I'm like, how did you do it, man?
Don't ask those questions.
I'm just saying, because like they try shooting Ahriman, it doesn't work. I'm like, they try getting close to him, it doesn't work. And I'm like, so then what, man?
They do magic stuff. Is probably the answer. I do like that Kaon has this internal debate with himself where he's like, I criticized Ahriman for turning all of our legion into mindless automatons, and then I did it to Talamachian. Fuck, I'm a hypocrite.
Yeah, it's kind of some nice self-awareness. Yeah, not too bad. Again, Kaon is crazy, but like maybe not as crazy as some other people.
Yeah. He's crazy, but the right kind of crazy. The conversational crazy.
Yeah.
All right, wheel time.
Wheel time.
Wheel time. I will share my screen so you can see the wheel in real time.
Indeed, indeed.
So, Soul Hunter. What do you think the odds are that we get Soul Hunter?
I mean, at this point, about 50-50.
About 50.
But, if past performance has any predictive power on the future, then zero. It's a 0% chance.
I mean, we have to get it. Look how big it is.
It's been big in the past, man. It keeps getting bigger.
I reset the entire fundamentals of the wheel, where if we got like Chaos Space Marines, I would drop all the other Chaos Space Marine books to 1, and everything else would go.
Right.
I reset all of that. Everything is now weighted at 1 except for the Chaos Space Marine, except for Soul Hunter. Right?
Right. Oh, this is so good.
All right. And I turned up the spin speed.
Somewhere Doc is saying Fabius Bile, Fabius Bile.
Oh, I feel like we're getting it. Oh, it's close. It's close. Hey!
It was so close.
It was this close to not.
You rigged it so hard, and it almost didn't work again.
So, just to demonstrate, I will now hide. Boop. That's what the real wheel will look like normally moving forward. All right.
That was great. Oh man, I was hoping so much. I was hoping so hard it would just go like another centimeter and be like, "Hey, not Soul Hunter."
You and me both. Because the longer it goes on that we don't land on it, it's funnier. The joke just gets funnier every week if we don't land on it. Which I will openly admit this, and now that it's landed on it, I couldn't figure out a way to do it in this wheel, which was I tried to rig it so no matter what I put its point value to, it would never land on it. There is not an option for that. So I couldn't do it, but I was totally willing to.
That would have been great. Just keep going for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody knows but you.
Yeah, but not how that turned out. So you should be able to get the Night Lord's Omnibus. Save yourself some money.
That sounds good.
Back-to-back Aaron Dembski-Bowden. But are you excited? It's Night Lords, Falcon. It's Night Lords.
It's Night Lords, my favorite legion.
You're legitimately going to love these books, I think. They're great.
Okay.
Yep.
Sure. What's the first one called?
You're just looking for the Omnibus. You'll get all 3 books. But it's called Soul Hunter. First one's called Soul Hunter. It's soul like spirit, not soul like singular or bottom of the foot.
Right. Good call. Yeah. All right.
Aki, to be clear, when I say I wanted to rig the system, I did consider moving to a different wheel website. One that is riggable.
Would allow you. Yeah, there you go.
I did find one, but I couldn't have enough inputs. It was like, you can only have a maximum of 11 things on the wheel. I'm like, well, that's shit. Yeah. So.
Okay, deal. We'll grab it.
Oh, good times.
The Omnibus. I can use my points to get this for free. Thanks, Amazon.
Oh, free points. Free books.
Free book.
Free book.
Excellent. All right, good deal. I think I'll pick up my kid from band. So we're going to wrap this up.
Cool.
All right, good. Excellent. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out for another edition of the Falcon Paladin Hour here at twitch.tv/Somicron. You can find us here live every week if you want to. You can also find the VODs at youtube.com/@Somicron. You can support the podcast by going to patreon.com/Somicron and pledging there on a monthly basis. Ooh, you can also subscribe with Prime on this channel. Look at Ultra do that. 7 months in
Oh,
a row. Let's go, Ultra.
thank
Rock
you.
on. That's a good way to support the podcast, too, by going to Twitch and gifting subs or subbing yourself or cheering bits or whatever you can do over there and here. And also by buying merch at falconpaladin.store. So, again, thanks again. We'll be back with some Night Huntery goodness a week from today. Should be a good time. And until then, stay safe and healthy and take care of yourself. Goodbye.
Bye.
Aki with the Prime sub for 53